Good morning, everyone. Nice to see everyone. Today, I am going to be showing It Cosmetics New Liquid Foundation, Your Skin But Better. And within 2 weeks, it actually helps improve the actual texture of your skin. I'm also going to be demoing and trying for the first time It Cosmetics Oil-Free Primer. It's a gripping primer that's both hydrating and fills in the pores. I'm going to use my all-time favorite product, Bye Bye Under Eye, for my concealer. Anybody who doesn't like this product ends up using way too much. With this, less is more, and a tube lasts months. And then we're going to finish it with our fabulous Bye Bye Pores setting powder, translucent setting powder made from silk, not talc, so it's not going to settle in the lines or pores of your face. It's going to give you a nice airbrush finish to the skin. And finally, we're going to be trying It's Cosmetics new setting spray. That way we lock in our fabulous makeup application and give that extra boost and hydration on top of the powder. Now, when I do my makeup, I always do my eyebrows first, because there's nothing like doing a full face of makeup and then jacking up your brows and then having to remove primer, concealer, liquid foundation to get them cleaned up. So what I like to do is I like to cleanse my skin. I will, before I do any of my products, skincare routine, I will color in my brows, shape them, fill them in, and then what I'll do is I will take makeup remover or micellar water. I recommend the Perricone no rinse micellar treatment. That's what I use for removing makeup and cleaning up imperfections. So what I do is I take the micellar water and I just clean up around the eyebrow itself. And since I'm doing it on unmoisturized skin, it's going to stick to the actual skin underneath the hair and be waterproof. So these babies aren't going anywhere. Now, let's get started. Step 1, we are going to prime. I'm really excited to try this. It's been forever, because unfortunately it's not available at Ulta. It's only sold at Sephora and at itcosmetics.com. But it's not going to stop me from using it and being fabulous. So I'm just going to take out a little bit of primer. We'll start with a little bit. You can always go back and add more, especially with good makeup, good skincare. Less is more. You can always go back and add more if you need it. You cannot go back and put it back in the bottle. So I'm using a brush to apply the primer. I'm just going over my whole face in a circular motion, going right between the brows, down the nose. And I love wearing primer too by itself, because it just gives you a nice finish to the skin. And if you think about it, a primer is kind of like a shield. So it builds a layer on the top layer of the skin, locking in your moisturizer, your serum, all your good skincare. And for me, I feel like it's blocking out pollution from getting into my pores. So I like to lock in with a primer on bare skin, just to give me a nice finish to my skin. Something all men could do, just to fill in their pores and just give them an all-over smooth complexion. Okay, so we are primed. The primer's real lightweight, not sticky, not tacky. It's perfect. Perfect. Very impressed. Now, some people like to do concealer on top of makeup. I actually do it reverse. I do my concealer before I do my liquid. And I'll tell you why. Before I get into the Bye Bye Under Eye concealer, I'm actually going to use a little bit of the Bye Bye Under Eye cream from Cosmetics. I love it because it's very cooling, very soothing. It's gentle enough to use on the eyelid. So what I do is I just close my eye and I do an upward circular motion over my entire eye area. And I also wing my eye cream out here where my laugh lines are to help fill them in and help, you know, plump it up with hydration, so that way it minimizes the appearance of the fine lines by my eyes until I can get Botox. And same thing, just a little bit on this side too. And the reason why I'm going over my eye area with a little bit of extra eye cream is so I get a nice, flawless, creaseless application. Now, Bye Bye Under Eye, the best concealer in the world. I even used it once as full coverage foundation with a beauty blender, and it was completely waterproof and did not move off my face. So we're going to use this around the eye area, and I'm going to show you also what I do and why I do my brows first. So what we're going to do is we are going to take literally like a pin drop, and that's still primer I have on my hand, so less is more. And I'm going to use my favorite brush, the dual-ended airbrushing brush from Cosmetics. The one side's perfect because it's for concealer, detail work, and the other side's an airbrushing brush, which I prefer over a flat foundation brush, because this way you can do circular motions instead of having to paint downwards motions to keep the hair in place. So I'm just going to take the concealing end and we're just going to go in underneath the eye. Taking it all the way up underneath the brow. And I always tend to wing my concealer out here, just to blend it and kind of give it a little bit of a lift. Same with this side. And then if you need a little bit more concealer, pinch, 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 pinch. See how creamy the concealer is going on? Bye Bye Under Eye is a very thick product, a very thick concealer. However, when you mix it with the eye cream, it actually makes it much more blendable, much more smoother, easy breezy application. Now, we have our under eye area concealed. So, this is my next secret step. So, since I did my brows first, now we're going to finish them. Again, I'm just going to take some concealer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint around the eyebrow itself. This will give you a sharp looking brow too. Same with this side. So that's my brow secret, is that do it on clean skin before any of your skincare. That way it sticks to the dry skin, and then that way you have waterproof brows that won't sweat. You can go in the pool, they won't come off. And then you just take the concealer and work around them, and you get a nice sharp finish. And next we're going to get into our liquid foundation, finish it with some powder, do some setting spray, and we'll be good to go for the day. I'm super excited to try this. Super excited, and super excited that it comes in 40 different shades. So that way everybody can use it and love it. So with this product, I've never used it before, obviously. So what I'm gonna do is, like their other products, less is more. So we're gonna start with a little bit, and then we'll go back in and add more if we need it. I tend to work off the back of my hand. Some people like to put the product directly on the brush. I prefer the back of my hand just because I can kind of control it. But it's totally up to you. Some people use a beauty blender. I'm a brush boy. For the past 12 years, I've been putting makeup on with brushes. So that's what I tend to lean towards. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the foundation. We'll do one pump. I'm gonna take my dual-ended Cosmetics airbrushing brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at the forehead. And being a guy with a large forehead and makeup, what I do is, around the hairline, is I'll pat the product. So this way nobody can see it's not blended. If I can say one word to you, is blend, 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 blend. That's what makeup is. It's all about blending. This is a medium coverage foundation compared to their CC cream, which is a much fuller coverage, but is my absolute favorite foundation before. And I'm just gonna go down the nose. Just right in between there. Still have product on my hand. And just buff it in with circular motions. And if you need fuller coverage, dot, 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 pat, pat, pat. Wow, this really looks amazing. And I just used one pump, and it was enough to do my whole face. Oh, my other beauty secret is when you take your foundation, instead of stopping it at the jawline, what I do is I take it up here behind my ear and wrap it around my jaw. Tuck it up here. You'll never have a line of demarcation. You just tuck it up here. That's the secret for a beautiful blended application. I'm loving the finish. There is no filter. I look brighter, more alive, more awake. So the skin looks smooth, hydrate it. Yeah. And then I'm just going to finish my application with my Bye Bye Pores pressed setting powder. And like I said, it's made from silk, so it's not gonna cake up the makeup or dry out the skin. I'm even gonna use it over my eye area to help set the Bye Bye under eye concealer. And I love using a kabuki brush. This one is by Cosmetics. However, it is Ulta brand. So I really recommend this brush because it fits the compact perfectly. And it's designed to pick up the perfect amount of pigment. So no swirling, no tapping, no buffing, none of that stuff. You just press and buff. I can even go over my brows because like I said, they're waterproof. I have that gorgeous airbrush finish to the skin. And we're gonna do some Your Skin But Better setting spray, which gives you 16-hour wear and is hydrating with hyaluronic acid, coconut water, aloe vera extract. It smells like vacation in a bottle. So I'm just gonna hold it back and oh, it smells so good and so refreshing. And now my skin has that gorgeous dewy finish to it. It's hydrated. It's hydrated. It's smooth. It's not settling in my lines in my eye area, my lines in my forehead. So I would highly recommend this foundation. I'm going to be wearing it the rest of the day and see how it wears, but I am more than confident that this makeup application will last all day because I've used it Cosmetics and I believe in the product line. And well, this was my first video and I hope you enjoyed it. Come back and check out my channel for more Beauty 101 tips and tricks.